So hello everybody and welcome back, or welcome to the OUTBACK UK. You've clicked on this video probably because you have either got a baitcaster, thinking of getting a baitcaster, or you already pretty much have one and you're just struggling, which is really fine. Honestly, don't worry about it, you will get it eventually. It can be a pretty big struggle when you first start. When you first transition from spinning gear to baitcasting gear, it is quite a leap. It's a completely different way of doing things. But I see a lot of people making mistakes of setting it up, and I also see a lot of YouTube videos which are I feel kind of misinforming a lot of people. There's about 100 and odd videos, or however many are on YouTube, probably thousands, that are all telling you the same exact thing to do. It feels like these videos are just getting copied. And I feel like I want to just bring something new to the table, give you a second option to try basically. That's why I'm releasing this video. I wouldn't do it if I were just copying everyone else, but I've been using baitcasters for quite a few years now. That dog's doing my head in. But yeah, I've been using baitcasters for quite a few years, and I've just got a different way that I've found of setting them up that works a lot better to the traditional way, I guess. I think if you try this way, you're going to improve a lot quicker, you're going to get better distance, better accuracy, and it's just going to improve you overall at using baitcasters. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first thing you're probably going to get told when you click on one of these videos is tighten your spool tension. They're mainly going to just focus on the spool tension, which I think is a bit stupid, but they're going to say hold your rod out, tighten your spool tension and loosen it to let your lure gently ascend, which I think is stupid, because there's a few things you do when you tighten your spool tension too tight, and that's you kill your accuracy and you kill your distance. The more tension there is on that spool, the less it can actually move, obviously when the lure's pulling. Unless you've got quite a heavy lure, the more spool tension you've got is going to slow down your spool, which is it's going to limit your accuracy and limit your distance. So what I want to say to you to do, first step is put your thumb on the spool, completely take the spool tension off, put your thumb on the spool, move it side to side, and just tighten down your spool tension until you get to a point where there's a tiny little bit of give. You want like a fraction of a millimeter give. You want that spool just to be able to rock side to side. Just so you've got a slight bit of movement. What that is going to allow is when you make a cast, it's going to allow your spool to do exactly what it needs to do. It's going to allow it to move as fast as it needs to, and it's just, yeah, it's going to allow it to be more distance, more accuracy, and just, yeah, give you an overall better cast. That's how I've always set my reels up. Well, not always. I tried the original way, or the traditional way, when I first started, but it wasn't working for me. So I came up with my own way. And yeah, that's the first step that you want to do. Second step would be, if you've whatever brakes you've got, I've probably got the worst reel to show you here, but I've actually got a DC reel, so it's all on a digital chip. But whether you've got a magnetic or a centrifugal braking system, turn it all the way up. I mean, I did when I got this, I put the brakes all the way up. But you want to put them all the way up. If you've got a centrifugal brake, it's pins. You want to engage every single pin. And then if you've got a magnetic brake, you just want to turn it all the way up. Might be 10, might be 20, might be 6. It's different on every single wheel. But you want to turn the brakes all the way up, and you want to just get casting. Like literally the third step you've got to do after you've sorted your spool tension out, turned your brakes all the way up, the third step is just cast and tweak it down. So you'll make one cast, you'll turn it down one, another cast, turn it down one, another cast, turn it down one, until you get to a point where you can cast and not like get a bird's nest. You'll go too far, you want to go as low as you can. If you get a bird's nest, turn it up one or maybe two, that's your sweet spot. That's your sweet spot for your reel. It'll be different on every single reel, but that'll be a sweet spot. Like my sweet spot for this, even with the digital chip, is 3. The third setting on this reel. Spool tension's the same, but I've got it on the third setting just because that's really what works for this reel. The fourth setting, I don't get enough distance, but the third setting, I get just enough distance, and I can have just enough thumb control on the spool to be able to stop it from backlashing. But that is also one of the most important things I can tell you to do, is learn thumb control. The utmost important thing when it comes to a baitcaster, stop your spool before your lure hits the water. It could be an inch above water, it could be a centimetre, or it could be as it hits the water. For people that get better at it, you just generally stop it as it hits the water. But always stop the lure just before it hits the water. If that hits the water and your spool's still going, your spool's going to carry on and it's going to make line back up on itself. You'll end up with bird's nest, backlashes. It's no fun. Nobody likes dealing with them. Nobody likes picking them out. It's a ball ache. It's really not too fun. So yeah, that is your most important thing. Stop the spool. But another thing you're really going to want to learn is thumbing the spool, feathering it down. If you say you turn your settings down, you've found a nice sweet spot, but your line's still like bunching up a little bit, say it's like flaring off the spool, when you cast, keep your thumb ever so slightly on there, and I mean ever so slightly on there. You can put as much tension or as little tension as you want, just enough to stop that from happening. That's all you've got to remember. Just use your thumb as much as you can to control your spool. That is pretty much your number one braking system, is your actual thumb. Forget about the magnets, forget about the spool tension. Your thumb is your best braking system, so you want to get used to it. And that's why I'm suggesting this method. You're going to improve a lot quicker, I think. You're going to learn the thumb control a hell of a lot quicker than just letting the clutch off, casting it, and then it hits the water. But you only get like, what, 20 feet when you should be getting 80 feet, you know. So I want you guys to let me know anyway. Let me know in comments below. I want to know how you guys got on with it as opposed to the other method. I want to know if you prefer this one to that one, or if you prefer that one to this one. I want to know your response to this method, because it's a personal method. But like I say, the only reason I'm putting it up there is I want to bring something new out. I want to put something new to the table of how to do. Also, let me know if you enjoy the educational content. I'm only going to give advice if it's something personal to me, if it's something that like I've devised. I'm not going to copy somebody else and make a video about it, because I think that's stupid. With my channel, I want to do new stuff. I want to give you new ideas and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to quit blabbering because I'm going to get over and do some fishing. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you can take something from it and maybe get a bit better at your bait casters. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, whatever, all that good stuff. Peace.